just coming up. It's beautiful. And this is my everyday view. Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. In today's video, which I know I'm very late with this video, but I'm gonna show you how my Emirates crew accommodation used to look like when I lived there. You might probably know the accommodation from my YouTube videos. You probably know my room. You might know the kitchen a little bit because that's where I always made my coffee. So if you're interested, keep on watching. When I first moved in Dubai, I actually stayed in a nice hotel for a whole month, and afterwards they moved us to the actual crew accommodation, which in my case was in the Al Mamzar area. Al Mamzar is not really downtown, but it's very close to the airport, which makes it super convenient. Alright, and this is my room where I used to stay for many years, and this was my bed, which I actually got brand new when I moved in, so that was really nice. And I had a huge balcony just for myself, so I was very lucky. You probably know this area very well from some of my YouTube videos where I used to film, and I decorated the room myself, as you can see in the picture. I added some desk and chair later on to kind of make it more homey and cozy. On the side, I would have my suitcases for work and all that kind of stuff. And this is the bathroom where I used to get ready for many flights. Next we have the hallway, which leads us to the living room. This is probably the biggest living room I've ever lived in. I didn't really spend much time here apart from like Christmas and gatherings and some like parties we used to have, because it's just huge, you know. It was really big. But yeah, we used to do lots of food sessions here and pizza orderings, all that kind of stuff. Right over here is my favorite part of the apartment, which is our kitchen. And as you can see, there's a balcony in the kitchen. We were one of the very few apartments who would have a balcony, and that was really nice to sit outside, sip on a coffee sometimes. And this is where I used to make a lot of coffee. Which you might also know from some of my other videos. And over here we have another 2 rooms of my flatmates, and this is our little storage room, I guess. You know, we used to have our vacuum cleaner here, extra furniture, cleaning supplies, all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I almost forgot, you actually have a swimming pool on the roof, which is very common in Dubai, I know, but still, it was pretty good. And the view was pretty nice as well. You could see Burj Khalifa, downtown, airport, and probably around 20-minute walk. There was the Mamzar Beach Park where you could go and, you know, run or cycle. So that was pretty nice as well. maybe I could do a little Q&A on the accommodation. People usually ask if you live alone or if you live with somebody. I used to live with another 2 girls in the apartment. Not the same girls, then, you know, it kind of changed over the time. And but it was always good roommates, so that I was really lucky. But you don't really see, trust me, you don't really see the people around that much because everyone is flying, everyone has different schedules, you know. So yeah, and sometimes your friend might go on a 5-day trip somewhere to Australia or, you know, the US or South America. So you don't see them for like a week, and then you are gone for another week. So sometimes, you know, it would happen that we wouldn't see each other at all during the month. But yeah, you can live with 2 or 3 people, and then I believe crew from first class and pursers, they of course have their own accommodation where they live alone, which is really nice. But you have to get there. The accommodation is for free, which is amazing. You don't pay literally anything. You have to pay for your Wi-Fi, you have to pay for your phone, let's say, your phone bill, and the rest is covered by the company, so it's pretty cool. Also, you get free transportation from your crew accommodation to the Emirates headquarters, which if you have a flight or if you just need to go there to do some paperwork, visit a doctor or whatever, you have a bus that goes every 20 minutes from your apartment, so it's pretty cool as well. And a lot of people ask if you can move out from the accommodation. Yes, you can move out. I'm not really sure what's the situation like now. It used to work in a way that you would just apply that you want to live outside of the crew accommodation. By the way, once you move outside, I believe there's no way back to the crew accommodation. That would have to be a really specific reason. So once you move out, you're on your own and you just deal with accommodation in Dubai. But you get allowance for the accommodation, which is quite a lot of money. So yeah, some people used to save money on that because they would move in with their friends, and yeah, they would just live in really nice locations. The location where I used to live, that was Al Mamzar, and it wasn't bad. It was a brand new building, so I actually got brand new furniture. Like the bed that I used to sleep on arrived just the day when I moved there, which was pretty cool. Because sometimes, you know, you would move to an accommodation after somebody, so someone has already slept in your bed, someone has already used your bathroom. So our group was really lucky. But otherwise, location-wise, it was not the best, because it was quite far away from the city center. But on the other hand, it was really close to the airport, which was amazing, because sometimes if there was no traffic, you would be home in 15-20 minutes from the airport, which was pretty good. Yeah, if you're, you know, when you're super tired, so jet lagged, the last thing you want to do is sit on a bus for 40 minutes or 50 or an hour to go to Dubai Marina or somewhere else. So yeah. What's another thing people ask? Visitors. Yeah, you can have your family over, you can have your friends over. However, if someone does not work for Emirates and they want to visit you and they want to sleep over, maybe for a couple of days, you need signatures from your roommates that they agree that your family is coming over, which I've never had issues with that. Yeah, so it was all good, but it's definitely possible. Your family can come, your friends can come, and I believe if they don't work for Emirates, they have to leave at 1 a.m. if you don't have this form, like the signature and everything. Otherwise, crew can stay overnight, as far as I'm aware. And I think it's still the rule, I'm not really sure, but it used to be like that. The Emirates crew could stay overnight, non-Emirates people could stay until 1 a.m. or midnight or something like that. Yeah, I never really had that many visitors. I would have my family coming over, my parents or my friends, just a couple of times a year, once or twice a year. So yeah. And of course, if you live in your own accommodation, once you move out from the Emirates crew accommodation, you can have anybody over you want. in your accommodation. It's your own house, your own rules, so it's a little bit different. It's more free way of living, to be honest. And also in the accommodation downstairs you have security, which is pretty good because yeah, you never know, you want to be safe. But sometimes it's a little bit too much because you kind of feel like there's always someone watching you going in and out. Someone's always asking for your card, you know, show them your card if you're visiting someone in the crew accommodation. So they keep pretty good track of everybody moving around, but yeah, that's the downside, or I kind of saw it as a downside. Maybe it's not really a downside, but yeah, there is a security in each crew building in Dubai. Also, when you live in your Emirates accommodation, you don't want to be probably painting all the walls and, you know, putting hanging shelves everywhere, because if you decide to move out or once you resign and you go home or whatever, you have to make sure the room is in the same exact state as when they gave it to you. So if there were no holes in the wall and if the room was white, you have to give it back as it was. So you kind of have to pay for the repair, but that wasn't my case. I would just stick things on the wall with the blue tack. That was no issue. I just took it down very easy, very carefully, and that was it basically. Yeah. Alright guys, that was all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time. Bye!